Salute everybody. This is Lawrence Diam. This is when spirituality and the game combine collide. You have the thinking class. Thank you for joining us today as we go into teaching what we were talking about yesterday. Shout out to True Savage. Shout out to Wade, Sharice, to Malik. What's going on? Yes, the shield is on your suit. Yes, it is. It's the shield that we gave away to those who were part of the thinking class. This is the LDA shield. I done dropped it. The LDA shield right here. So yes, we do have that. But shout out to everyone. If you missed yesterday, you missed a great time we were talking. I made sure we talked about yesterday the importance of taking care of your health at the beginning of the broadcast because it's vitally important. Another thing I want to make sure I talk about, 1 second, let me do this. 1 second, that's so important is that you make sure, because we don't talk about this on these YouTube streets because everybody want to be, who they are. Make sure you do your stress levels. stress levels are very important, very important. Make sure your stress levels are at, make sure your stress levels are at an all time, that you keep stress out of your life. One of the things that I do, let me cut my other light on. One of the things that I do is I make sure I meditate at night and in the morning. So I make sure I take that time to meditate, relax, let everything go, everybody's problems, everybody's situations, everybody's concerns. I let all that go. Everything. I let all that go. Salute, brother. I let everybody's problems, their concerns, who they did, what happened, my baby mama, cousin, all that. I realized that you start carrying everybody else's concern, it will weigh you down. Let me say that again. I don't carry anybody's stuff, situations, concerns, whatever they're going through. I hear you, but I learned to say, hey, I cannot hold on to everybody else's situations and problems. I just can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna be able to do it. This LDA is not gonna be able to do it. The best thing you can do is let other people's sugar, honey, iced tea go. That is my thing about health, stress. I mean, we all got different things that we're going as far as with money, situations, bills. Had something happen today, I had to go adjust. Same thing. You got to be like, you know what? You got to do like the Bible says, cast your cares on the Lord, for he cares for you. Learn how to cast your cares on the Lord. So today I'm talking about what can you learn from the ant, and that the game is not, you can't get this game on the inside. You can't get this game being on the inside. We got too many people. The more and more I watch, just the danger of people being in a silo, or they're living in their group and that's it. They're living in an echo chamber where it's just them that they just talk to. Let me say that again. They're in the echo chamber of just what they are just talking to, their group and their group alone. And so what happens on these social media streets, while I'm saying that the game isn't just for the inside, what happens is we have a lot of people who are in the echo chamber and they only hear their train of thoughts and what they think and what they can perceive, and they never step out of their echo chamber and hear a new thought or hear a different perspective. I raised my hand and both hands and said I've been guilty of doing that, of only hearing what? An echo chamber of what I think and what I perceive or what my group is saying. You never grow as an individual, as a man, because it's unapologetically a man's channel, but you'll never grow as an individual if you only hear, you're in the echo chamber, only hearing what agrees with you and what other people agrees with you and what your group is saying. So what has happened, say, on these social media streets, on these YouTubians and everything like that, yes, we have an echo chamber of only hearing our thought, but we need to hear other people's perspective. I never forgot how my dad took me downtown Cleveland. We went to lunch. He paid for lunch, whatever case. We talked, he politicked, and we were walking outside of Tower City. We were going by this, I think this is called the Soldier Monument, and we were right there. And he said, son, you got to get a different perspective. You can't just hear just this one. You got to learn not just what you know, but learn other things, learn other philosophies, learn other principles. And I think what has happened here on these social media streets, why the game is so not potent as it is, because most people don't get out there and learn different perspectives so that they can have a well-rounded view of what's going on or of the game. Because please understand, the game is played on multiple levels. The game is played on multiple levels. I don't care what anybody say, it's played on multiple levels. Even a leader can be corrected by another perspective, right? My greatest growth happens when I open myself to someone outside of my personal comfort zone. Shout out to you, right, Monica? And I think what happens is that's why, and what I mean, but the game doesn't work on the inside. It doesn't mean on the inside of you, but I'm talking about in your group or in your echo chamber. We got men over here talking in the echo chamber. We have women talking in the echo chamber. I watched the interview yesterday. I was really just, I wish I can play it, but I'm not going to play it, of this young lady who was I think she was a newscaster, and she's no longer with them, but she talked from her echo chamber. Now the men were trying to pull her out of her echo chamber, but she went back because she still was talking the same talking points, and vice versa. The men were talking from their echo chamber, and she was trying to pull them out of their talking points. Now the thing that we must learn is we need to value people's opinions. I gotta say this. Everyone's going to have an opinion, but on the same token, we need to get outside of our echo chamber. And I'm going to get to the ant in a minute. It's only when I begin to use my 2 ears and not use my words or my mouth that I begin to grow as an individual. Most of us are talking so much that we never take time to listen or to hear what the other individual is saying. So the game that we have is only limited to what? To a small amount. But I'm here to tell you, in order for you to get the game that goes supersedes, you must get out there and begin to move around the people. So let me say this. Let me say something about the ant. I'm going to say something what I did today. I'm not going to tell you everything I do because I can't reveal everything I do because I know people watching. But last night I couldn't go to sleep. So I sat on the couch behind me. You see back there, I sat on the couch, thought about it. I'm like, I don't know. So I went online, looked at some things, and I seen a deal. Instead of sitting there contemplating the deal, I got myself up early this morning because I normally go walking or go to the gym. And I went to go take care of some other business. And I went and go looked at the particular thing, the deal I was looking at. See, most people are in their heads when it comes to the game or moving out. They never take the initial step to exercise the game that they have. I promise you, I've seen it too many times. I've watched too many people who are wishing and hoping and praying and wish something will happen, but they never take their hind parts. They never take their assets and create other assets. They're always talking, but they're not doing anything. The real game is when those who don't talk much, but actually do more than what you even see. I've watched it many times. I've watched it too many times. That's why I can tell when a guy talking about he didn't have all these women, he didn't did all this, I got all these, I'm doing all that. I just sit back and watch and say, I'm like coming at the end of the counter and you go to the grocery store, where's the receipts? Most guys or most people get caught up in what they want to do, what they could have done, and they live a life of they get to their old age and they live a life of regret. Don't you come to the end of your life or to enter to whatever you did and you live a life of regret. You do not accomplish the things that you want to do because of fear, because of other people's opinion. You don't have the money. This ain't the right timing. The inflation is up. The housing boom may happen. Crypto has gone down. Whatever the case may be, does not have a bearing on you stepping out in the water. How many of you are going to step out in the water and actually walk? That's the real question here. You can hear all this game. You can listen to, you can buy my books. You can go on my website. You can go into my links and everything like that. But if you get all that information and do nothing, you are settling for being what? And I'm going to call you what you are. You are lazy. They said a little of a folding, you a little sleep, a little folding of the hands leads to poverty. You wonder why some people are in poverty? It is because they don't want to do anything. And like I said last week, and I'm saying it again, too many people are emotional junkies. What do I mean by emotional junkies? They are addicted to information. Useless information, and they do nothing about it. They hear a bunch of different perspectives on the game, on women, on men, on who's right. Should the man pay for the date, or should the woman pay for the date? Or she pay the bill, or what should you hear all this useless information, but what are you going to do with? And what happens is, and I'm watched it too many times, what happens is a lot of people hear all this information. They hear all this information and they go into paralysis, or they begin to get frozen up and they do nothing. So you can hear all the information. Should I do this? The man should do this. No, the woman should do that. You should do this. You should do that. She should do that. Boom, 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 boom. You see what that girl took that money. You see what happened to the girl with the McDonald's, or you see the girl that's now the whole thing now about the young lady who's suing a man for $10,000 because he stood her up on a date. You see and read, you hearing all this information, and what happened is that you're not careful. It causes you to go in paralysis, and you do not go out there and enjoy your life and have a good day. Clearly, that woman, and I'm going to say it, and please don't say he's bashing women, because I've been hearing that, oh, LDA bash women. I got more women on my channel than you ever would. Clearly, I'm not bashing women, but I'm calling out bad behavior. That was bad behavior to think you're going to sue somebody for $10,000 to $10K because you feel emotionally distressed because a man stood you up. You thirsty. You looking for a come up. Let me call it like it is. You looking for a come up. You looking for a way, because really, how many times have you really in the past stood up men that you were saying you made a date and you didn't show up? You looking for a come up. That's the mentality that will rob a lot of people when you're trying to looking for a come up when it comes to this game. And then let me say this too, because I'm about to put my picture up. Y'all done made me do it. Renee, they gonna make me put this picture up. I didn't want to put the picture up. I try to refrain from putting the picture up, but let me put the picture up. This is the crazy part. Even with this there, we still talking about the game. This is the crazy part. You're talking to a judge. How do you talk to the judge and tell the judge, are we done? I'm trying to figure out when you go to the court system, even if it's on Zoom, you always show respect to the judge or the magistrate. They can get you arrested. They can call you contempt of court. And then you have the nerve to not know the definition of the words that you're trying to use to try to get $10,000 because a guy didn't show up on the date. And you're going to tell the judge, are we done here? I got to say something about it. I know y'all may not like it. I know people say, what does this have to do with game? It has everything to do with the game. You do not go and tell a judge, are we done? We done here yet? We done? Who in the weave wearing do you think you are to even do that? Where in Detroit, Michigan, do you think that's even right for you to even talk like that? Where was your father? What's going on here? Where was your father say, no, we don't do that? Where in the get your glasses from off of Walmart did you think that you were able to talk to a judge just any kind of way? I know I went on a tangent here, but I got to say something about this. Where was this okay? First of all, if you're talking to the judge that way, what man would want to take you on a date? Just be very clear. What man? I don't care if he was polka dot. I don't care if he had on a toupee that leaned to the side. What man would want to take you on? I would stood you up too. You first of all, you trying to get 10,000, 10K because you claim emotional distress. I think you already had emotional distress before the 10K. I'm just trying to figure out. And then the other thing, for you to talk to a judge, I'm trying to really figure out. I've been to court before. How are you going to talk to a judge and tell him, are we done here? Are we done here? Who do you think you are? The nerve of you to even think that you can even talk to a judge, and then let alone, let me get down to it. You going for first of all, you going out. I'm going to say this. You talking to the black man stood you up, and you talking to the judge who is a black man. Baby, you used to talking to men like that. You have no regards for men. So you go into, guess what she goes into? I'm gonna have to put it, I'm gonna get a Hall of Fame. She goes into the Hall of Fame of hyenas. She goes into the Hall of Fame of hyenas. I know people don't want me to talk about, you get talking about women. She goes into the Hall of Fame of hyenas. And if women were to be honest with themselves and not the sisterhood, they don't want to deal with a woman like that. They don't want to be friends with a woman who's talking like this. Are we done yet? Are we done here? I'm just saying, are we done here? And then you don't know the definition of the legal jargon that you think you know, and the judge is trying to correct you, and you can't stand what? Correction. That's why I'm telling you, and I don't know the full story, but I'm assuming here that he probably met her online, maybe met her online, or maybe met somewhere, and he did not thoroughly vet this woman. And he said he probably he vetted her to a degree and said, I better back out of this. Because she was going to, and that's why I'm saying the game is not lived inside. That's why I'm saying, emphasizing, that's why I'm saying you got to go interact with real people. Real people. Let a female talk to me like that. Right, Renee, right. She forgot she was in court and not on the phone. I would have issued a warrant for her arrest, contempt of court. I said the same thing. No standards. Renee, yep. I'm telling you. Men are getting to the point where we are not going to deal with women at all together. The good women are losing out because of the action of others. Perjury is very specific, mama. Yep. Come on. So I'm telling you right now. You guys got to understand why I emphasize the game is not lived in your silo of talking to LDA or talking to any other YouTuber and things like that. The real game is when you exercise and when you go out and deal. Because that woman right there, baby, let me emphasize that woman, because she's a woman, or that female, and this is no slight because she's black, white, because there's the many colors who do the same thing. She would have been not dealt. She would have been, nope, I ain't going to be able to do it. I ain't going to be able to do it. Cut her off. But if you are in a position where all you doing is you caught online, what's going on, y'all? When you caught online and all you doing is you on a computer or you doing this and you had no social skills. Clearly, that young lady did not have no social skills. She didn't even know how to respect the authority of a judge. She did not even know how to respect the authority of a judge. And you watch the man, he's in the back like this. This is why I didn't go on a date with you. This is why I didn't go on a date with you. Right there. You have no respect, and you're trying to make a come up. Who gets 10K because someone didn't show up on a date? Somebody tell me how to.
You can't make this up.
Who asked for 10K Who asked what's going on? Peace and blessings. Who asked for 10K because someone stood you up and you got emotional distress? Baby, you trying too hard. You trying too hard. I said, and y'all go back and quote, go back and look at my video catalog. I didn't say it's going to get, or women are going to those, and men, women and men are going to Iceland. You act like that, boom. I already told you this is my coin, my saying, simps are a necessary evil, and she is a necessary evil. Those will, this is crazy things. Those who act like that, it is a dog-eat-dog world. You will get eaten up alive. You try to get 10K from somebody who ain't playing, and you try to take them to court. You may not make it to next week. Just be clear. This is where it is. Just be very, very, very clear. He's a nice guy, the guy who stood her up. But if she had did that to the right person, they would have been saying, you know, sister Weave, we try to help her. She was a good woman. She was raised in the church and she tried to do right. But she had an unfortunate events and she didn't make it. You cannot play with people like that, especially in the day in which we are in, baby. But this tells me this is the true sign for this, even if it was fake or even real, whatever the case may be, this is a true sign. And this is please understand. Please understand. This is no indictment on the woman. This is talking about her behavior. But I also call into also calling a question the man. This is the game. Unstable in all aspects. Countersue character defamation. Now this isn't try Jesus, don't try me because I fight right. Let me say this too. I don't know. Malik, you new here. It's first time seeing you. Maybe you've been here before. Malik, let me know if you want me to say this, man. Let me get some water. Malik, let me know you want me to say this. Tell this part. Please let me know. I'm going to get my water right now. Malik, I'm walking to the kitchen. Let me know if I'm in the refrigerator. Let me know if you want me to say this part. Malik, you gotta let me know in the chat room you want me to say this part. I'm gonna come back to the camera. I'm drinking my water. I'm waiting for him to respond. If you respond, I'm gonna say it. She's trying to make his life a living hell because she saw through her BS and backed away. Waiting for him to respond. Malik, you there? You got to respond, brother. You want me to say it? I'm gonna say it. Get to the root. She learned from somewhere, right? I'll go for 6 months of her paycheck and give it to charity for her to learn. Oh boy. But I gotta say, I'm waiting for brother man to say, tell him, I'm waiting for him to say something. He in the chat room. You was just commenting. Let me know you want me to say it, brother. We waiting on you.
Execute Order 66.
How much information did you give her? Oh boy, you see?
Execute Order 66.
Oh, there you go. He said, let it be known. He said, let it be known. This is why I'm telling you, brothers and you ladies.
Execute Order 66.
This is why I'm telling you, brothers and you, and these brothers and my sisters in here listen to the thinking class who think I'm just talking from the side of my neck. He don't know what he's talking about. Let me emphasize this. That's why I'm saying the game is not to be played just inside or inside. The issue is we need to examine the brother. On some way, I'm gonna have to call the brother into account because he what? What's going on, Alfie? I'm gonna have to call the brother into account because he's dealing with this particular type of woman. See, it's easy the point it begins. Thank you. So, yeah, thank you, Yahoo. Bing, bang.
You can't make this up.
At the end of the day, you got to know who you're dealing with. That goes for a man or for a woman. Man, you got to know what kind of woman you're dealing with. Maybe he was just thinking it's going to be a quick hit and that's it. I'm tired of these men crying. Uh-oh, y'all gonna make me put it. I'm tired of it. Y'all gonna make me do it. See, y'all gonna make me do this. See, I'm tired of the men crying. I'm tired of the men crying. Tired of these men crying on these YouTube streets. These women, they're doing this. These women doing that. You as a man, let me say this, and I'm gonna say this whether you like it or not. Shout out to everybody. You as a man must know who you're dealing with. Let me emphasize this. If this woman is willing to take you to court because you didn't show up, trust me, there was some red flags before this even. Let me now, y'all don't want to believe it. There was some red flags before she even did this. I'm trying to look for my red. I can't even find the red. Where's the red at? There were some red flags before she even did this. I don't know why y'all be. Let me. Yeah, I found it. Here we go. There was, what's going on, beautiful animated? There was some red flag on the play before this even took place. Don't worry, men are the cause of women don't know who they're dealing with either. What's going on, y'all? I just came in the crying baby, man, I'm heading out. I appreciate you. Let me say this. If this chick is gonna, because you stood her up, she wanna go to court and charge you $10K, I promise you, so is my name as Lawrence D. Adams, there was some red flags. Some cases they have no desire to get to know you either. Right. I tell my daughters, men are held in a different standard. There aren't help groups in abundance for men. Right. Beauty doesn't exist just excuse their behavior. Come on, y'all guys, y'all getting it. Shout out to the infinite minded ladies in the chat room. Yep. You guys are getting it. Trust me. Thank you. Oh, right there. There were some red flags already. Her tone alone would have been a red flag for me. Who in the rabbit hell do you think you talking to? That's why I'm saying that the game must be lived where? The game is you live not in your four walls and talking in your silo, sucking into your little group. The game is lived when you get out there. There were some red flags already. For it to go to court and 10K, boom, 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 and she didn't get what she want, there were some red flags. That's why it's so important that you as men begin to vet thoroughly who you deal with. And you can't do that in the four square walls of your house. You can't do that just on a computer. You got to go talk. You got to go talk on the phone. You got to FaceTime. Do whatever you do to know who you're dealing with. Because just as men can be crazy, some of these women are on the Looney Tune show too. They are the Animaniacs. I don't know why y'all be trying to pretend like some people ain't on Animaniacs. You remember Animaniacs? I think my sister used to watch them when she was a kid. The Animaniacs. And way she ain't just started disrespecting men, and especially a judge. Baby, red flag immediately. Red flag on the plate immediately. But I'm gonna say this. Let me say this, because some of these guys, oh man, it's all right. They so concerned about getting some. Let me say this again. They so concerned about getting some. Oh man, this is all good. She can talk like that. She got some good, she's a good doctor. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers don't know what they want in a woman outside of the bing bong. If all you want is the kitty cat, okay, I understand that. But let me say this, and I'm gonna need y'all to put this in the chat room. Yahoo, let me know if you want me to put this in the chat room. They too young for the Animaniacs. Yahoo, let me know if you. So I'm talking about the young lady who went to court to sue the guy, who's suing the guy for $10K because he stood there on a date and she felt emotional distress. So that's what happened. But if you want me to, let me say this from. I'm waiting for Yahoo to give me the okay to put this in the chat room. I'm waiting for Yahoo to let me know. You want me to put this in the chat room? Because I think it's good for men to get this. When you know what you want, a beautiful woman is not enough. Oh boy, y'all on it. He said, green light, Uncle L, let them know. Y'all ready for this? I don't know. I don't even have a screenshot for this one, but here we go. You might want to put this in the chat room, and it's going to upset a lot of women, but this is what it is. Men cannot live by kitty cat alone. Like Alpha Villain says, peace over. Yep. Men cannot live off a kitty cat alone. Let me say that again. Facts. Men cannot live off a kitty cat alone. I know they didn't fool you. They made you think, men cannot live by kitty cat alone. Let me get this. Let me help y'all out, because y'all didn't get it. Let me find what I really want to say. Right. Let me find it right here. This will help y'all get it. So y'all can be on the same page. Men cannot live by kitty cat alone. I know y'all want to. I know. You want to think you can. You want to do that. Men cannot live. I'm trying to find it right now, because y'all done pissed me off. Men cannot live by kitty cat alone. Wait, come on, y'all don't come with this thing. That's all you guys are. I'm gonna get a screensaver for that for you guys. I know a lot of you guys think you can live by kitty cat. Of all I got is kitty cat, I'm happy. Man, that can't be disciplined, can't be mother. That's all they doing. Kitty cat alone. You cannot live by kitty cat alone. That's how y'all are. I don't like being asked if I like someone based on looks. I don't based on looks, and until they open their mouth and reveal their level. That's just lust. Just lust, which isn't enough for a relationship. I'm just saying. Men cannot live by kitty cat alone. I know. I know y'all want to do. Thank you for taking care of that. Thank you for taking care of that. Thank you. Facts. Whenever she shows her looks, and crazy story, right? 2.0. Yeah. No man needs football and no man needs football and dominoes too. Soundbite. Yeah. So I want you to really get this. My daughter ran into the room, asked about the dying car. So you got to understand. I also hold that man and in this situation with this young lady is because he didn't do a thorough job of who he was dealing with. He didn't do a thorough job of who he was dealing with the type of woman that he was dealing with. And guess what happened? He ended up going to court. She wants to sue him for $10K because he did not stood her up. Did you take her to the beach? That's what I planned, but she stood me up. Roxanne. Y'all know nothing about. I'm really showing my age. Did you take her to the beach? That's what I planned, but you stood me up. Roxanne. Doo. I want to be your man. Yo, MJ, yo. Went about a thing with no experience. Yo, she doesn't need a guy like you. She needs a guy like me with a high IQ. Yo, she said my rap because my rap the best. Educated rapper, the best. Let me stop. Y'all know that about that. Y'all know that about. I wish I could play it, but I'll get dinged. So that's why it's so important as men. UTFO, y'all on it, right? Shout out to Kango Kid, may he rest in peace. Shout out to Kango Kid, may he rest in peace. Kango Kid, one of the classic rappers. That's why it's so important for men and women to thoroughly vet, but you can never thoroughly vet. You can never thoroughly vet sitting behind the screen. What time is it? Oh, shoot, I don't get my watch on, so I don't know what time. I could be talking right up to there. 1:37. What's going on, tribe? So that's why it's important to know who you dealing with. That's why I say you must get outside. Go talk. Go interact. Go do something. Searching for kitty cat. Searching for love. Kitty cat in all the wrong places. Searching. Please don't do that. Let me give this link right here. Please don't come up here talking crazy. Please stay on subject. And I didn't get to talk about the ant. Let me get down to the ant. A man, woman, when a man or a woman or when a person has a vision of where they are going and what they need to accomplish, there's no time for distractions. Let me say that again. When a man or a person, when a man or has a vision, there's no time for distractions. That's why I'm saying that you got to get off and get into the world and actually live. I can't emphasize that, so I cannot tell you how important it is for people to get off of the internet and go interact with real people. Go build your relationship skill muscle. This man who went to court, apparently his relationship skill muscle was not strong enough because he chose a woman who wanted to charge him for not showing up $10K. The nerve of that woman. Who in the heaven and weave shop do you think you are that you would even do that? But it shows the cracks inside of her, but it also shows the cracks inside of him. And it also reveals, because it's always a learning lesson. Life is always about learning lessons. I was talking to Governor today. Anybody who know who Governor is, part of this show, I was talking to Governor. The world is always prophesying to you. It's always revealing to you. It's always revealing to you. You got to recognize the red flags when you see them. You got to recognize the red flags when you see them all around you. If you listen to any amount of game, you should be able to say, if you listen to me even a year or even 6 months or even a day, you should be able, keen enough to use your mind and say, what's going on, Joe Blast? So to recognize that this ain't right. Yeah. Thank you, Jonathan W. the Dean. Thank you right there. This right here, this right here, this right here, this is what this is all, this what it all cracks up to be. You hit it right on the head. Not everyone is worth entertaining. And the reason why, and I'm guilty, and I'll be to raise both of my hands. Sometimes we entertain people who are not even worthy to be in our presence. Let me say that again. This is all tying into the game about going outside. Sometimes we entertain people that are not worthy. Get them out of here. What's going on? Salute, Coach Justin. Who are not even worthy to be in our presence. Get this troll out of here. You don't need some people. They are not even worthy to be in your presence or to even utter a word. They should be sitting next to you with a notebook, taking notes from everything that you say. All right, moderators, I need y'all to do your juju. Some people are not even worthy to be sitting in your presence, let alone even going on a date with you or even thinking about that you need to be with them. And I realize, and I said it before, check the records. Check the records. Check what I said before. A lot of men don't know their worth, so they settle for crumbs when they should be eating steak. A lot of men do not know their self-worth, so they settle down. So they settle down for what? Eating crumbs when they should be eating steaks, eating snakes. Not snakes, but eating steak. Let me get to this right here. Let me get this right here. I got to make sure the sound is off. Where are you? We got these trolls up in here. We got some trolls in the house. Got some trolls in the house. Just get these trolls out of here. These bots, boy, trying to get some sex. Trying to have sex. Get these trolls out of here. These trolls out of here. They must be listening. What's going on? My buddy's here. Shout out to my dude who came all the way from DC.
What's up with you? What's up with you? What's happening? What's happening?
All right.
YouTube fam. It's good to hear everything that you said. You kicking their ass, man. Kicking their ass. And what I got from it is, you gotta have standards and do not cast your pearls before swine.
Wait a minute. That's it right there.
Can't do that, man. You can't do that. Even the Christ said that. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Sometimes, man, you might be the star in the group. You need to find more stars, man. Stars come in clusters. You know what I mean? So, to the people out there that feel like they being shortchanged by their group, man, go find you some new people, man. People. Come on, network, man. New people is good, man. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say. But how you been, Uncle LDA?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I was up at 7 o'clock this morning, rolled out, needed to go take care of some business. See, I'm gonna say something because you know what I know your vibe. When you're about conquering and taking over something, sleep is not your friend. It becomes your enemy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Like this view right here. Let me show y'all something.
Oh, come on, show. Let me put you on the.
YouTube.
Make sure I put you on
Let
the.
me show y'all this, man. You see this right here, man?
Come on.
Y'all see this? This goes, man. This one of my buildings. My other building over there. Hard work, dedication, man. Yeah, man. That's what it's about. And I understood that what I had to do is I had to sacrifice all that fun stuff, man, and being cool to the lanes, man. Conquer that, man, and establish your throne. Cause the king's throne gotta be stronger than the queen's seat, man. Cause you the protector and the provider at the end of the day, you know. So I don't know. No, I never seen a throne where the queen chair is bigger than the king's chair. Never seen it. I don't know if anybody can help me with that, but never seen it, huh?
I ain't never seen it either.
Yeah, never in history.
Never.
So, never in history. There were some queens in the history that made some major impacts. I'm not gonna disregard that because ladies, I know the ladies be like, well, what about Queen Madinka of Ethiopia or so and so. So they are queens, but when it comes down to hold on, an airplane flying over me. That's how high I'm in the sky, y'all. But traditionally, the king's seat is usually bigger than the queen's seat. It's not till now, this modern time where it's flip flop. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's all about finding you some new people, man. It's all good about networking, man. Ain't nothing wrong with networking. You know, even the late great Kevin Samuels said, man, life is about people and relationships.
Come on.
So, that's the way I see it.
And I'm gonna tell you, and this ties in what you said. This ties into the teaching. So I want to make sure. So I like to stay on the subject. Is this?
Mm-hmm.
If you saying that the seat of the king is bigger than that of the queen, and when we look at this situation with the man and the judge and the situation, she did not recognize
Mm-hmm.
the seat of authority that the man had, and she didn't recognize what? The seat of authority that the judge had.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. If the cheers, hold on. What that say right there?
He said,
Oh, I like that.
if the queen's chair is bigger, you live it in the queendom. The question is, where do you want to live? Give me a kingdom. Woo!
Bars.
Wait. This right here, I'm trying to y'all making me. I know I got to get ready to go. Get switch clothes. Monica, you dropped this bar right here. If the queen's chair is bigger, you're living in the queendom. The question is, where do you want to live? Give me a kingdom. Too many men are living in the woman's queendom.
Now my question is the single motherhood is conditioning the men to be prepared for a queendom, or can they grow out of it? Because the scriptures say, when I was a child, I'd act as a child. And when I became, grown, and I'm paraphrasing, when I become grown, I put away childish ways. So Monica just hit us with a bar, man.
Monica, shout out to you. That's my homegirl.
A gold bar.
She down in Mississippi throwing bars at y'all. Please let me read this again. What Monica said. I know. Let me see this. Let me say this again. If the queen's chair is bigger, you're living in the queendom. The question is, where do you want to live? Give me a kingdom. I gotta digest that.
And Blackjack, man, you right, man, in the chat, man. Them queendoms are unstable. They unstable. Once you go to war, What's gonna happen?
Uh-oh. See, Renee trying to stir it up. Stop being a king and be an emperor. Because really, see, y'all trying to. Oh my God, y'all trying to see why y'all doing this. I know I gotta go. Stop selling and being a king and being emperor, because I think a kingdom sits inside of a what? It sits inside of an empire.
Exactly.
Y'all got to catch what she just said, because y'all missed it. See, the ladies coming in throwing bars, they're throwing bowls. A kingdom sits inside of an empire. And who runs the empire? An emperor.
Yep.
Y'all don't want this. They're living, Coach Justin, they're living there by allowing women to rent space in their mind for free. Wow. Oh my.
It's a lot of royal-minded people up in the chat, man.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm loving it. I love the royal-minded people, man. Royalty in the building.
Man, this too much. Man, the ladies coming here, they, woo, boy. So some of y'all are. Let me digest, and I know we got to go, man, because this is good. Your energy just popped it off. So a lot of men are living in the queendom as the peasant.
Ooh.
And not as a king. And then they don't have the mentality of an emperor, because they're only short-sighted. They only see a kingdom. The empire is in your mind first, right?
That's right. Within. The
It's
kingdom
always
within.
within.
That's right. They're
living as a serf. Now, please, this is not bashing women. This is not saying you must in. No, this is, if you understand it. And shout out to John W. Center. The ladies in the Deacon Class Network are standing up. They are dropping BARS bars.
That's right, John. Jonathan is 100% correct. These ladies are standing up, man. They telling us straight up who we are. We ain't even got to fight to tell them who we are. They telling us to get in position.
There you go. Someone's living as the court jester. All these jokers. Coach Justin. When men refuse to level up, the queendom is safe for them. Queendoms have their place, but not in my place. I'm just adding that. You froze up, brother. I don't know what happened to you. You froze up. Indenture servant mentality. Yikes. My loyalty is to the emperor before the. Wait a minute. This right here, this might settle it right here. Y'all, the ladies are showing up today. Y'all try to push me to the limit. I don't know what happened. My loyalty, did you hear what Renee said? My loyalty is to the emperor before the king. All y'all want to be kings. You ain't never been an emperor. Woo, queens make me laugh. Morals and standards need to return. Do you hear what she said?
You can't make this up.
My loyalty is to the emperor before the king. Yizers. Serfs were sold and bought with land. Come on. We need family. We need family heads, leaderships. Men, take your leadership place in the headship of the family. My iPad acting a fool. Great talking with you, though. Anyway, it's all good. It froze up. It's good. It happened to us all. It happened to me. Let me get this statement to get this again, because I need y'all to get this. My loyalty is to the emperor before the king. Y'all better catch that. So you might be the king, but her real loyalty is to the emperor, because he runs kingdoms. get bought and paid for from one woman to the next. Come on. The empire, the emperor has the king's loyalty. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do y'all catch this? I don't do peasants. You have to be my king because I am a queen. I'm awaiting my queen and he will be my king. And I'm in no rush to waste my time with peasants and jesters. Y'all got to get this. The emperor has the king's loyalty. The ladies are showing up today. Do you understand? Do you understand what's going on? Y'all. This is the shift that's so needed because, as Coach Justin said, and as I always teach, it always starts within first. It doesn't start without. It always starts within. If you have an emperor mindset, you realize that you have kings. And if you really want to get a little out there, I don't know. Renee, you want me to say this? I don't know you want me to say this because I don't know if they're ready for what I'm about to say. If you have let Renee know before I go. I got 3 minutes and I'm waiting on you, Renee, to want me to say this. Woo, boy. Jeez, I got something I'm going to say. That means that people that are coaching and making suggestions, if you aren't making your own way, you might as well be who you're following. Woo, boy, y'all going in tonight. Uh-oh, she said she ready. Uh-oh. Monica, men, take your place. The world is waiting. All right, yes. So let's break this down. I'm gonna go after this. I gotta go. Y'all pushing me to the limit. So if you are emperor, you have the loyalty, you have the what? You have the mindset. You have the mindset that you run kingdoms, right? That means you are in charge of other men so that they can run what they need to run. But it also means that you have queens. That means you have queens. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand what I'm saying. I have rich multi-business orders as clients walking in my office straight trumps when it comes to women. See? Y'all better get this. Ooh, gems today. Yes, yes. Get in position. Get your crown, gentlemen. Yep. Monica, we never left with you. The world tried to usurp it. Yep. Try to usurp us, right? But if you get the mindset that we're given here, you understand that being a king is only but so far. But being an emperor, you have kingdoms and you have queens. Most of us are stuck at being a king and being comfortable with that and not realizing that we need to be rulers, control lands, properties, access, money, and not just think small-minded. So what you see on YouTube, let me say this. The king has yours and yours over province. They report to the kingdom. Right. I'm the number one empress. Rule over king. Let me get this. And now I gotta go because y'all pushing the limit. Y'all pushing it. So what you see on these YouTube streets, what you see in social media, what you see with the stars and the stars on TV and music and all that. What do you see is this. All you're watching are the court jesters play in front of the kings and the emperor. So when you see them going back and forth about their marriage or stuff that's going on, realize who you're watching. You got to understand your position that you are watching Dutch court jesters and serfs have domestic disputes and concerns about what's going on. You catch what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down? You're only watching, so what you have to do is flip your mindset and realize when I see this situation going on social media, I'm watching the court gestures have a little play in the sunlight. Let me say that again. You're watching the court gestures have a little play in the sunlight, and what happened is we have what? Put them in the wrong position in our mind, not knowing who we really are. She wanted the judge to explain to him how important she should be to the dude who stood her up crazy. Yup, crazy sugar and honey iced tea. The court gestures are placed on media to misguide you while those with power do the complete opposite in the shadows. I got it in. Y'all pushing me. I gotta go. Right there, John the W. Y'all right there. Understand your positioning. The court gestures are placed on media to misguide you while those with power do the complete opposite in the shadows. That's why those who are in power are married. And they choose who they're going to marry. And they have tax breaks. And they do different things. They don't even commune and eat at the same places that you eat at. Oh my God. I got to stop. Today, I don't know what has happened today, but they're coming with the flames today. Monica, you stirred this up. Yahoo coming in. Renee, everybody, the ladies have showed up today. Let me read what he said again, because y'all got to get this, and I got to go. Tomorrow, we got to continue this. The court gestures are placed on the media to misguide you while those with power do the complete opposite in the shadows. Shout out to those who think. I want all the men talk about getting the bad, but not property. Oh my God. Thanks, John W. You can't force marriage, right? You can't force marriage. I gotta go, but I gotta say this. I gotta go. I'm gonna have to do part 2 on this. But I want you to get this. Part 2 tomorrow. I can't say no more. Part 2 tomorrow. I want all the men before I leave, because I'm about to get ready to go, to shout out all the women of the thinking class today.
You can't make this up.
I need all my detractors who came to me outside of YouTube and say that I bash women. I want all the men to acknowledge the women in the thinking class today. This is real talk. I got stopped outside of where I move around. They say, "Oh, you got that? You bashing women? You don't like women? You this and that? Who hurts you?" To all those detractors who don't know they're dealing with an emperor, I want to say I want all the men to give a shout out to the women of the thinking class today and show them some love. Show them some love today. Show them some love today. TC. Women, yeah, thank you. Shout out to the women today in the thinking class. They showed their natural. But I'm gonna tell you the reason why the women were able to do this. To all my beautiful minded ladies in the chat room, that's what I'm talking about. Do you know why the women were able to flourish in this environment? I gotta go. I don't want to. The women in the back offer a perspective to all. The reason why the women were able to offer perspective, thank you, William, for giving that word, is because they're in a place where men are in position. Love to the ladies of the thinking class. We appreciate you. Salute to all the ladies. Yep. Shout out to the ladies. Yep. Of the thinking class. Blade Mark. Yep. Shout out. Shout out. The reason why the women can flourish in a place with lions, because the lions are in position. We gotta go. I gotta go. Y'all ain't gonna push me. I gotta go. Gotta go. Y'all ain't gonna do it to me. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Peace and beer grease tomorrow. Tomorrow, kings, emperors, kings, peasants, queens, peace and beer grease. I don't know what y'all did today. Y'all done stirred up the coffee pot. The women are here getting on fire.